today I would like to have a discussion, an unedited discussion about what I saw in another comment section from another creator that was said about me. Because what she said was very interesting, and the reason that I'm doing this unedited is to enhance the fact that this is not for dramatic purposes. This is not to start drama. It's to have a meaningful conversation, because what she said actually has a lot of depth to it, and I just want to talk about it. Again, we're not starting drama. We're not hating this creator. She doesn't deserve any hate. She wasn't being hateful. She was being shady, and I don't know if it was on purpose, if she was just ignorant. I don't know, but let's talk about it. So she basically posted a long video, and it was like a rant. The topic of that video is pretty irrelevant, but at the end of the video, she asked for recommendations of other mom creators, and she said biblical mom creators, but then she took it back a little bit and she replaced biblical with disciplined. She said, I'm just looking for well-disciplined moms with disciplined children. So somebody commented me. Thank you to that person, okay? And then someone commented back, I'm gonna leave it here, and said I was an atheist, and then she said, oh no, definitely not looking for that. And like, that's the comment I want to address, because she did say things after this, but I just don't think any of that matters because she started with this. So the thing is, it feels like there's a double standard here, because just think about if this were the other way around and someone commented her in my comment section, and then someone said, oh, but she's religious. I don't know what religion she's a part of. And I said, oh no, definitely not looking for that. That would be considered very offensive, very rude. And I just would never do that. First of all, that's not the way my brain operates. Someone being religious has nothing to do with them being a mom, in my opinion. I don't need to know if someone's religious or not if I'm going to take advice from them. It's just irrelevant to me. If I did think like that, though, I would never put this in a comment section where this other creator is probably going to see it and other people are going to see like my obvious judgment. Or she later on said that she wasn't judging me, but I don't know. She was making assumptions off of me, clearly. She wrote me off because I'm not religious. And this is not me begging for her follow, okay? I don't need her follow. If she just said, I don't like her videos, if she started out by saying that, like, I'm just not interested in those videos, then there's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to follow whoever the fuck you want. I get that. It's just, it's crazy that if it were the other way around, that it would just be considered so rude. But because it's my lack of religion that she's judging, it's more acceptable. And I just find it crazy that she openly said this in her comments. She felt comfortable enough to say this out loud, like my name, like everything was there. And it's just like, I don't know if she was not expecting me to see this and other people to see this. Like, if someone sees them being discussed in a comment section, they're probably going to want to respond, right? Like, if you give a mouse a cookie, they're probably going to want some milk. Same type shit. So I don't know. I don't really understand why she was so comfortable, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Because I just know that I would never discuss another large creator unless I was looking for some heat, unless I was willing to take on the heat that came with it, right? But again, I don't think it was hateful. I really don't. I just think it's interesting, right? And if I'm speaking directly to her, I would say I think that it's important, at least for me. One of the best things I learned when I first became a mom is I was a stay-at-home mom. 7 years ago, I became a stay-at-home mom, and I was bored out of my mind. And I started just listening to like content, like, YouTube videos, podcasts, just anything that was from people that I didn't necessarily agree with, or I didn't know anything about them. I didn't even like some of these people, or about topics I didn't care about, and I just listened. And that has grown my brain so much. Not because it changes my mind or anything, but it just gives me new information, new perspectives to form my own thoughts. And I know that, before that, I was only interested in people that I was alike, that I shared the same, beliefs with, similar lives, and that was limiting my own growth. And I also want to say to her that I don't think you should, correlate being disciplined with being religious. I don't think there is a correlation. that's just my 2 cents here, okay? I don't want to start a fight. I want to start a meaningful conversation. You know, maybe there is nothing wrong with what she said. Maybe you don't think there's anything wrong with it. And that's up to people to decide. I am one of those people that I don't see the world like objectively right or wrong. That's not the way I see life. And that's actually ironic because I made a whole video why I'm not religious, and that's one of the big reasons. I don't believe in right and wrong. I believe in perceiving things as right and wrong. So is this actually wrong of her? I don't know. But I think personally for me, it didn't necessarily offend me, but it made me realize, wow, if it were the other way around, it would be considered rude by a lot of people. And yeah, that's my freaking TED Talk.